Hi everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. We have a quite relaxing weekend. Yesterday was a fun day. We had a really good morning with the neighbors. We got to know each other a little bit better. We live here for over a year now, and due to the COVID-19 restrictions, all of the plans that we had to get together and get to know each other a little bit, all of the plans fell through. Thankfully, I did get to know some of the women that live here over the past year, but I still didn't know exactly all the families, like who lives in which house, and some of the neighbors I wouldn't even have recognized them if I would meet them in the street. But now since yesterday I finally know who lives where, and I talked to some of the women that I hadn't talked to before, so I'm really happy about it and I really enjoyed that. Now yesterday some of the neighborhood men were working on the roof. There was some work that had to be done on all of our roofs. So they took care of that for all of the houses in one morning. And then together with another lady from the block here, I arranged chocolate milk and waffles for the children, the neighborhood children. And then some of the women and children that live here came outside, and the children would play and eat, and us mommies could talk. So I enjoyed that so much, and it was also a very nice distraction for me because we've had a very rough week, and that's also the reason why I haven't been here every day for Vlogmas. I won't go into detail, I'm sorry, it is just very personal. But just so you know, that's the reason why I've missed some days on Vlogmas, and that's why I may miss a few more here and there. But I will try my best to film as much as I can and still post frequently. Now onto the topic of today's video, 5 things to do before the year is over. Now that we only have a couple of weeks left of 2020, I was thinking to myself, what are the things that I need to do and want to do before the year is over that would make it special and that would help me to start 2021 right. So I have planned several things and I will share 5 of them in today's video. And I would love to hear your thoughts on ending the year well or things that you do to make these last weeks of the year more special. First 2 things that I will share are things that will make the end of the year a little more special, and the 3 after that are of a more organizational character. Now let's start with the first tip, and that is to wear your nice clothes. Now I think it is the case for most of us that we at least have a few very nice dresses, but we never wear them. We find ourselves reaching for jeans and a t-shirt or a sweater almost every day. I know that is the case for me. I save my nice clothes for a certain occasion, but for what occasion, I don't know. I think I wear blue jeans for like 95% of the year, and in the summer I did wear more dresses, but yeah, other than those very warm summer days, it was mostly my blue jeans. This red dress, for example, with longer sleeves, I cannot recall wearing it even once. Today's society is very casual, and now with the COVID-19 restrictions, reasons to dress up are more rare than ever. Now it has gotten to a point in which I noticed about myself that I even feel uncomfortable wearing something nice to a party because no one dresses up anymore. Everybody just shows up in jeans, even to weddings sometimes. So when I go to a party, I will often show up in jeans as well. But I was thinking to myself, is that really how we want things to be? Of course, that is an entire topic on its own, but I've decided for these last weeks of the year, I will wear my nice clothes more often, even if I don't go anywhere and it is just a day at home. Because what is the use of a beautiful dress when you never wear it? Now the second tip that I have for you is to send a card or something like a surprise package to at least one person this month. I didn't write very much Christmas cards the past few years. I just didn't value the tradition as much anymore, although I would always very much appreciate if someone sent us a card. It's just a very nice gesture. But this year, now that it's not possible to see a lot of people during the season or in general, I really appreciate the idea of sending someone a card again or a little something special. It is just a very nice gesture to let someone know that you are thinking about them. It's a great way to stay in touch. And I cannot imagine there is anyone who cannot appreciate a card in a mailbox, especially with a few handwritten lines on it. Now on to the more organizational tips, and the first one has to do with email. Now over the past year I subscribed to many things like newsletters and all things like that, but my email inbox has gotten really cluttered, and most of the emails I never open. So by now it is really obvious which ones I never open and that I can unsubscribe to, and which ones I do open and that I want to keep. Now it can be a very big task to declutter your inbox, and I know it won't be something that I can accomplish in December. I well, I won't make time for it now. But a very good first step would be to unsubscribe to at least 5 email services that you never read. That would be just a very good first step to a more clutter-free inbox in the new year. The next tip that I have is to evaluate your finances and budgeting. I kept track of all my spendings over the last year, and now that I have all the data of 12 months, it's a very good time to evaluate and to see in which areas I can improve. So that is definitely one thing that I want to do before the year ends. And that way I can decide how I want 2021 to look when it comes to finances. Now the last tip is also one that has to do with goal setting. I know some people really don't like it and others really do. I'm the type of person who really loves goal setting. So if you're anything like me and you love goal setting, now is the time to think about your goals if you haven't done so already. My advice would be to break them into very small steps so you make it very, very easy for yourself to work towards your goals. Because when your motivation is high in January, it's very easy to do whatever you thought you wanted to do. But then when February and March come around and your motivation fades, when you have more difficult steps to take, then you probably won't follow through. So very small and easy steps are going to make it easy to be consistent throughout the year. And my other piece of advice would be to not wait until January is here, but to pick one goal that you will already be working on in December. So that way you can test your steps, so to speak, and to see if you need to adjust a little bit. So you can practice a little bit, you can ease into it, and that way you will start a new year even better. Now, I heard something interesting about goal setting a while ago. Apparently, research has shown that when you talk about your goals, it is like a signal to the brain that you already achieved that goal and you are way less likely to actually achieve that goal. So I would be very careful to speak about your goals with other people, and I know that is a hard one, but maybe you can pick at least one goal that you keep to yourself and see if that helps you with the achieving of that goal. Now, these were the 5 tips that I had for you today, and I would really love to hear your thoughts on them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all take care and have a wonderful week, and I would love to see you in my next video. Bye!